In ancient Baghdad, there lived a sailor named Sinbad. Though born into a wealthy family, Sinbad spent his fortune recklessly. Realizing his mistake, he decided to explore the seas to rebuild his wealth. What followed were 7 incredible voyages filled with danger, wonder, and adventure. Today, let us tell you the story of Sinbad's first voyage, where it all began.
Sinbad joined a group of merchants and set sail from Baghdad. For weeks, they traveled across the seas, trading goods and discovering new lands. One day, they landed on what they thought was a small, peaceful island. The crew lit a fire to cook their meal. But soon, the ground beneath them began to shake. To their horror, they realized they weren't on an island at all. It was the back of a massive sleeping whale. Startled by the fire, the whale dove into the ocean. The crew scrambled back to the ship, but Sinbad was left behind, clinging to a piece of wood as the waves tossed him about.
After battling the waves for hours, Sinbad washed ashore on a strange island. Tired and hungry, he searched for food and water. While exploring, he saw a tethered horse and soon heard voices. He followed the sounds and met grooms who served King Mirage, the ruler of the island. They listened to Sinbad's story and took him to the king's palace.
King Mirage was kind and generous. He welcomed Sinbad, offered him food and clothing, and listened to his tale of survival. Sinbad stayed on the island for a while, grateful for the king's hospitality. One day, he saw a ship dock at the harbor. To his amazement, the ship carried the very goods he had thought he lost when the whale submerged. Sinbad approached the captain, who was equally astonished to see him alive. With his goods recovered, Sinbad traded them for great riches and prepared to return home.
Sinbad sailed back to Baghdad with treasures beyond his imagination.
On Sinbad's second voyage, he encountered the legendary ROC, a giant bird with immense power. The ROC carried him to a valley filled with sparkling diamonds. But this valley was also home to giant snakes that slithered among the rocks. Sinbad used his cleverness to escape. He attached himself to a piece of meat and an eagle carried him along the diamond stuck to the meat back to safety.
In another voyage, Sinbad and his crew were captured by a terrifying giant with one blazing eye. The giant pested on Sinbad's companions one by one. But Sinbad and his remaining sailors devised a plan. They hated metal spikes and blinded the giant while he slept. Though many perished, Sinbad survived once again.
Sinbad's 7 voyages were filled with incredible adventures. Through his resilience and wit, he overcame every obstacle.